Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. And we're going to talk about Rand Paul here, because Rand Paul is a fucking dip, motherfucker. This guy's dumb as hell. So he's going to talk about in this clip how he's so surprised and shocked and scared when Bernie's campaign took off. But keep in mind, this is the child of Ron Paul. Like, keep that in mind. So imagine that being in the context. And I can't think of any other thing. Like, seriously, let's go?
I was alarmed when I saw Bernie Sanders' campaign take off. So many young people, there are polls now showing that over half of young people think socialism would be a good idea, and maybe they should visit Venezuela. Cuba, have no food. Inflation is
no food, no food, no food, no food, no food. This guy screams, whines, and cries because, of course, America has an abundance of food. That's why I make videos about this all the time. The bread lines, the food banks, they're going miles and miles and miles. But no, because this guy is a trust fund baby. This guy was grown up with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's always had food. He's always had good stuff. He's always bought the organic brands, the $50 fucking smoothies. Because why? Because this is a rich, out-of-touch, elite loser. Oh, go look at Venezuela. They've got no food, bitch motherfucker. How about you go to Walmart? How about you go to any food bank in the United States of America? But of course he won't. Of course he won't. Why? Because he's, again, a trust fund baby, silver spoon, dick-faced loser. Let's listen to that again.
They have no food. Inflation is multiple thousands of percents.
Inflation is multiple thousands of percents. He screams after the CARES Act printed $3.5 trillion out of thin air. And guess what? They didn't print it. They just punch numbers into a machine on a computer. There's no actual currency, paper currency, or actual coins that are worth trillions of dollars because they just put numbers into a computer. This guy, Rand Paul, wants you to think that he is a libertarian, but he is not. He is an out-of-touch, rich, baby, trust fund baby loser elite. He's just as guilty as Donald Trump. He's just as guilty as Nancy Pelosi. These are all part of the same fucking squad. It's just his different fucking acting, his different character is like, oh, I'm gonna be slightly edgy sometimes. Ha ha ha. Bitch motherfucker, you're the kid of Ron Paul. And yet, like, I can't take this seriously. It's just so stupid.
Currency is worthless. And yet they sit atop more oil reserves than any other country, including Saudi Arabia, and yet it's absolute poverty. Socialism doesn't work. I fear...
Right, because capitalism works. That's why 40 million new people are going to be homeless in the next 40 days, because capitalism is jiffy. It's great. And yeah, I know there's going to be Trumpers saying, oh, the executive order, the executive order. You mean the one that cuts fucking Social Security? The one that just makes you not actually have a rent moratorium, but just an eviction moratorium. So we're just going to kick the can down the road a little bit more. And then when December comes and you have to pay $60,000 and you had no job because the economy was garbage, right? And everyone in your community got sick and died from coronavirus, what are you going to do? Then you're going to get evicted. Again, these people think they're smart. Ooh, Venezuela. Ooh! Like, bitch motherfucker, go to any food bank, go to any grocery store. Every time I go to the grocery store, the bread aisle, it's always got products missing. It's always got empty parts. If you go to the bread aisle to any grocery store, by the end of the day, it's gone. All of it is gone. Why? Because we live in capitalism that tells you if you don't have money, you can't eat. And it also tells you that if you have money, you take everything. So there's going to be people that starve, and there's going to be people that have too much food. And isn't that beautiful? Don't you just love to see it? Again, this guy is spewing fucking stupid shite. If you're falling for Rand Paul's grift in the year 2020, may God have mercy on your soul.
Joe Biden doesn't have the strength of mind or strength of purpose to resist the left in his party. He claims to be a moderate.
That part I actually agree with.
But I really think he is going, if he were elected president, would be a weakened vessel in which the far left, the socialists, the Bernie Sanders of the party really have their way and their will. I think they'll also demand, sort of as a price to get him elected, if they can, their price will be that they will dominate and predominate within the administration, the far left of the party. And that should worry all of us.
Music to my ears. Rand Paul couldn't have put it any better. This is why I advocate to vote for whoever is polling high enough against Donald Trump in my state of North Carolina or wherever the fuck you live. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I'm not a voter shamer. I think that's stupid. Unless you vote for Trump. If you think Trump is better than Biden, I'm sorry. You're a fucking moron. You're an idiot. And you need to go outside and talk to a black person. Go outside and talk to a gay person. Go outside and talk to a trans person. Or at least go outside because you're a fucking loser and your fucking 4chan memes aren't funny. But if you want to vote for Howie Hawkins, I don't give a fuck. If you want to vote for Joe Jorgensen, I don't give a fuck. If you want to write in Bernie Sanders, I don't give a fuck. If you want to write in Jesse Ventura, I don't give a fuck. But the reason why I advocate for a Biden presidency, and with this in mind, reminder, my thing is I want Joe Biden to be inaugurated from a bunker. I don't want him to get up there and do his, oh, America's back, baby. No, motherfucker. He needs to be inaugurated from a bunker with hellfire raining down on him. Satire? Parody. I'm talking about fireworks in the sky. We're just celebrating a new president, right? Anyway, so that is correct. But this is the thing. Again, he's going to tie Venezuela, socialism, when, bitch, most of us have gone outside. Most of us have literally been to food banks. Most of us have been to grocery stores. We know that you don't go to grocery stores, Rand Paul. We know that you have no idea what the shelves look like in a grocery store. Why? Because you're a trust fund baby loser. You're an out-of-touch elite. Your dad, Ron Paul, was also at least a somewhat in-touch elite. At least he knew that portraying an establishment fuckface was loserish and wouldn't get him any sort of actual attention. That's why Ron Paul's presidential campaign was slightly interesting. But Rand Paul is just the bastard son, the loser baby fuckface that got all of the worst messages from his daddy and none of the even remotely good messages. And that's why it's embarrassing. He wants you to not believe your lying eyes and then wants to tell you that Joe Biden is weak to try to wrap you in there. Good. Joe Biden should be weak. Trump is weak, but he's not weak enough. Joe Biden, easy mode. Let's stomp those motherfuckers down. Let's rein in there and let's destroy the corporate fucking oligarchy that this country was founded on and that this country has upheld since the inception, where the Constitution said only rich, white, land-owning males could vote. I wonder what kinds of consequences that could have had on our system of governance. Ooh boy, I bet you got a lot of information to tell me, Trump voters, Rand Paul voters. Please tell me, do you think that when the Constitution said that only rich, white, landowning males could vote, that had no long-lasting effects on our system of governance? Do you think slavery being abolished, only 150-ish years ago, do you think that had any long-lasting effects on our governance? No? Really? Well, then go out fucking side. Go talk to a black person. Go talk to a Hispanic person. Go talk to someone who's gay. Go talk to someone who's trans. Go talk to someone who's Asian. Go talk to somebody who's literally not white. Because guess what? Chances are you're going to get your mind blown. Go outside. Thank you for watching. Fuck Rand Paul. Also, is that like Melania? Who is that? Is that like, I don't know. She looks like a zombie. Like, did she say anything in this interview? I don't think so. Jesus.